It's,
Let's.
what's the elephant in the room?
The $1 million question.
The $1 million question.
Why are you copying Superwog?
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Bro, the fluctuating fucking weather, honestly,
Yeah, I know.
it doesn't stop. Like it rained on the way back home. It rained so hard.
It did.
I thought it was
It's pretty
hailing.
crazy.
I actually thought it was hailing. Are we actually rolling? Are we rolling?
Yeah, we're
right?
rolling.
We're live. All right,
We're
guys.
live.
Welcome to the best podcast in the area. Look, I know I'm saying that too soon. All right. This is our fucking first podcast. This is the first time I ever do a podcast. Watches Joe Rogan twice and he starts his own podcast. That's me, I think. But yeah, this is a podcast where honestly, all we're planning to do, right, is to just talk shit, talk about relatable things, invite people from the area onto the podcast and hopefully just bring up the latest news and, you know, have a bit of a fuck around. Like I know my usual content is like skits and stuff like that, but I thought I might just change it up, start a podcast, fuck around, you know. But yeah. You know what? Let me tell you why it's the best podcast in the area. I'm going to start with something that you guys probably don't know. And I bet you 90% of the people that are watching this right now don't even know this fact. All right? You know me, I'm into facts, all right? I look for like facts that barely anyone knows.
Give it to us.
I'll
Lay
give
it
it to
on
you.
us.
No, I'm not going to give it to you. It's kind of weird. But anyway,
Give it to me.
shut the fuck up. Anyway, so this fact, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know about it until today. I actually tried the fact. It's more like something that you do. Like it's something that you do that stops something else.
Yeah.
So let me get into it, all right? You know when you're about to sneeze, you know how long it takes for you to sneeze? It takes about 3 business days to actually get out the sneeze.
And sometimes you glitch. You just don't sneeze.
You glitch and you don't sneeze.
yeah.
You know those people that go for like an hour, literally, you're like, come on, let it out, let it out.
Yeah.
It's so embarrassing sometimes.
It's hard to let out.
Like sometimes it's good to sneeze,
Yeah.
but at the same time, sometimes you don't want to let it out when you're in a conversation, when you're having a meeting.
My sneezes are fucking loud.
Yeah,
So
and
loud.
some people, bro, if you're Arab, you know that our sneezes are fucking
Yeah.
earthquake with a...
Don't sneeze into this mic, by the way. 'cause
Yeah,
you're
I'm not going to
fucking-
sneeze into the mic. But anyway, so this morning I read this fact and then I tried it today. So what happens is, you know when you're about to sneeze, it takes you so long to actually sneeze. Like it takes as long as fucking us setting up this podcast. Like it takes you so long to sneeze. So what you do in that process of you going, you put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. All right? Simple as that.
What?
As you're about to sneeze, you put your
Yeah.
tongue on the roof of your mouth. You just lay it down on your roof of your mouth.
Yeah.
You don't sneeze anymore. I'm telling you, I was
fuck, now-
I was so shocked. I was like, shit, I don't want to sneeze anymore.
Well, fuck, you should have told me that yesterday. I wouldn't have fucking sneezed.
Well, nowadays, you
Right,
don't
now
want to sneeze.
I actually
want
to sneeze now. I want to try it out. Fuck, I want to try it.
All right, go. How do I make you sneeze?
No.
You got to
If I
like
sneeze into this mic, the person listening is going to get fucking ear raped. Like the ears just...
ear rape. That's the first time I ever heard of that term. But anyway,
it's
yeah,
a
so
common term.
that's a fact for you guys. And that is why we are already the best podcast in the area. You guys didn't know that, all right? Unless you watch this podcast.
What's the benchmark? Because I want to know, what's the top podcast in the area? I don't really know.
I don't know. Maybe the Lebbie podcast. Guys,
I don't know.
you know what?
Do
We're
people in the
starting
area
off. We're
do
starting off with a
podcasts?
bang. Literally a bang. I'm gonna fucking set fireworks in this room. No, I'm joking. I'm not gonna go that fucking Harry. But I just started with a fact that you guys didn't even know. And I'm telling you, if you're in the comments and say, "Oh, I already knew that," you're fucking capping. All right, you're lying. No one knew this fact.
On this edition
Otherwise,
of
you
Fact
wouldn't be
or Cap-
sneezing. Oh yeah, those guys party shirt. Shout out party shirt. You know what? We done a TikTok
Yeah.
a TikTok
If you haven't
video
seen
a
it,
few days ago. If you haven't seen it, go
Go
see
see
it.
it right now.
It went fucking berserk viral.
It went viral.
It's literally going viral right now. Like if I take out my phone, it's fucking scrolling notifications.
Last I checked, it was like 400.
You know what we've done? You know those
30K.
party shirt people? They do like fact or cap. So basically what they do is they compare if something, like they watch a video and then you know how you can stitch a video on TikTok? Basically, if you don't have TikTok, what you do is you put a video first and then you can put your own video after that video. So they put a video of someone trying something like a fact or myth. You know, like for example, if I put water in this drum and then bang it, you won't hear a noise. And then they say, is that fact or cap? So they actually try it. So what I did was I got my fucking laptop, one of my laptops, and it's already wrecked that laptop, so I didn't really need it. So if you guys are dumb cunts that thought, oh, I want to do that to a MacBook, I want to do that to a MacBook. Look, listen, it was a wrecked MacBook. The MacBook is fucked. It doesn't work. So what I did was I'm like, whoa, you know what? You can charge your laptop by putting an orange on one side and a banana on the other side. And then out of nowhere, during the video, I poured fucking orange juice on this MacBook and then put oats on it and then brought a hammer and banged it 3 times.
And you know what? People were like they were surprised about how good I done the American accent.
Yeah, I know.
I surprised
that's
myself,
another
to be
thing. The
honest.
guys, one of them's Australian, one of them's American. I done the Australian guy, which is probably easy because I'm already Australian. But this guy done the American guy.
I actually nailed it. I don't know. I just
Welcome to
fluked it.
Factor Cap. Welcome to
Where
Factor.
we test TikTok trends to see if they're real
Fuck,
or
you still got
bullshit.
it. You know what?
Or
It
bullshit.
we went fucking viral, and you know what? I don't know. It's fucking funny. Anyway, so I've been doing these impersonations. I've been doing a lot of impersonations, but we'll get to that later. So I'm just going to tell you something. I want to start off. This morning, you know what I was thinking about in the car? I was driving on the way to work, all right? And I was thinking about, for some reason this came to me. I have long drives to work. I don't fucking work.
You always tell me you always think about shit when you're driving.
I think about random
Most
shit.
of your ideas come
So what
from-
I was thinking about was this time last year, how much things have changed. All right. If you
changed
think
shit,
about
man.
it, what are we now? We're almost March. This time last year, a lot of things were different. I'm not going to start with myself. I'm going to start with the world in general.
Yeah,
so
shit was different.
look, I don't want to get into COVID. I don't want to talk about COVID because you've fucking heard about COVID and that was the only conversation on everyone's mouth for 6 months. For 6 fucking months straight, all we talked about,
COVID.
all we spoke about was COVID. So I'm not going to get into COVID, but I'm just going to compare. I'm going to say this time last year, it was almost March. And what happened was it was almost at peak COVID when everything was closing down. How different was life? Life was just so different. That's what I was thinking about. You know how people always have that saying, a lot of things can change in a year? I always thought, oh, okay, how much is going to change in a year? Fuck, all right, I'm going to get more pimples. I'm going to fucking lose hair. What's going to change in a year? But then I looked at it. I'm like, the amount of things that have changed, especially from 2020 to 2021 in the span of 1 year is so much.
Yeah, a
Alright.
lot has changed. Like,
A lot has changed.
It's crazy.
We went, if you think about it, we went to Turkey. We actually went to Turkey and Lebanon at the end of 2019, which was just before 2020. How amazing is Turkey? Just for
Turkey's
shout out to my
So amazing.
Turkish people. I love you guys, and honestly, your country is amazing. Turkey. Look, I haven't been to many countries. I'm
Istanbul,
going to
we're
act like
in
I've traveled the world.
Istanbul.
We were in Istanbul. We were in Taksim. And I'm
Amazing.
telling you, that place, honestly, is so alive. Like, I thought Sydney was alive. Sydney's fucking bullshit. You know,
bro. You go to Sydney CBD. It's fucking embarrassing.
it's embarrassing. You go there at 11 o'clock at night. There's literally fucking no one. It's a ghost town. You know
You
in
only get
movies
like a
when
few drunk people walking, but that's
that's
about
fucking it. You know how you get in the movies that fucking, what do they call it? That thing that bounces on the ground and it's like, you hear the cricket noises.
The fucking
The haystack, whatever.
The hay-
not the
yeah.
haystack. The like fucking hay ball,
you
whatever.
hear
I'm just going to call it a hay
You hear
ball.
crickets, pretty much.
You hear crickets. That's what it is. 11 o'clock at night. We were in the city the other day. 11 o'clock at night, fucking Darling Harbour. It was empty. I mean, there was a few people. I'm not going to say it's empty completely.
But it was mainly inside the bar. They're
But
just people inside the bar.
when
No
you-
one's walking.
Yeah.
No
When you
one's walking.
compare it to Taksim, Turkey, Istanbul is on another level. I'm telling
Taksim
you guys,
is amazing.
all I've heard about is New York, which is a lie. I've never been to New York, but I've heard New York
York's-
is amazing.
It's one of the best
But
cities. I've been.
Taksim is on a new level. I'm telling you guys, you walk down to the street at 2 a.m. There's fucking cunts everywhere. I'm not gonna call them cunts. That's kind of rude. But there's guys. You know what? In Australia, cunt is like such a
It's
sick
like
cunt, whatever.
person,
you know. But yeah, there's guys walking down like the street, fucking having ice cream, bro. You know that guy on every fucking TikTok and every fucking video, the guy that does that Turkish ice cream, how he flips it and he. You know the one how
Yeah.
he dances and shit.
They're on every corner.
2 a.m. at night, that guy's making fucking ice cream. All right, he's making 3 scoops of ice cream. People are having tea. People are out. People are having shisha. You know what? Turkey's another fucking.
And you know what?
it's
You know what I
another
realized?
dimension.
Non-stop. People are working, grinding.
Working, grinding, man.
Non-stop.
You know what they're like at Turkey? They sleep in the day. They don't sleep in the day, but they get up late.
They don't stop working. I don't.
They
see
work
people
late,
stop-
but they get up late. So they start late, but they stay late. So basically, they're working till like
right.
freaking 5 a.m. They're still working. Anyway, on the topic of Turkey, we had a few run-ins. All right, let's just say. I have
Let's
a
just
story.
say this guy almost ruined the whole trip and got into a fight and told the guy to fuck off.
No, all right, don't jump the gun. Listen, I'm going to tell you the story, all right? It was our last day at Turkey, and let's just say I almost got killed. I almost got my family killed. We were there, all of us, my whole family. It was the last day. We're at Turkey, all right? And in Turkey, there's something, I've mentioned how nice it is, but at the same time, there's a lot of beggars. And look, I have nothing against beggars. You know, do your thing. Some people are struggling. Obviously, people overseas, we don't see how much they struggle and how little money they have, and all the fucking, all the things they have to go through. And there's a lot of beggars over there in Turkey. And there's a certain kind of beggars. Look, I'm not going to mention what kind of people they are, but you know what they are. All right, They're everywhere. They're all selling the same fucking type of perfume. that white fucking perfume. I don't even remember its name.
And
It was
the
shittest perfume.
leather
in the world.
jacket that they always test.
And
with
the leather
lighter.
jacket, and I'm telling you, that leather jacket, one guy tested it on me. He goes, "Oh, very nice leather jacket," and he put it on me. I don't know why I fucking sound like
What was that? Leather
Irish.
jacket.
I sound like Conor McGregor selling me a leather jacket.
Conor McGregor from the area.
But yeah, the guy was selling me a leather jacket, and he's like, "Try it on." I'm like, "Beautiful." I tried it on, and he gets the lighter, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." So he's gonna test if it's real leather. So it should be real leather. The guy fucking puts the lighter right here on my chest, and I can feel the heat. But for some reason I didn't say anything. I'm just like, yeah, very good. And he kept it, and I'm like, fucking cunt, you're about to burn me third degree burns. I'm gonna fucking claim compensation from you.
They always test it out like
Straight
you haven't
leather.
seen it another 50,000 times.
Yeah.
You have to see it again.
Anyway, so I'm making my point. There's a lot of beggars, all right? So on our last day, we're walking through Taksim, all right? We're just doing shopping because the thing is, we want to get rid of this Turkish money because we're going back to Lebanon, and we know there's no use of it over there in Lebanon because Lebanon was another whole story as well. Lebanon was going through protests, and the
that
government
was a
was
war
standing
zone. That was
down,
like-
and it was just, like everything was happening. So what happened in Turkey was we were walking through the street, and this guy comes up to my dad, and I can see he's a beggar. I can tell straight away he's a beggar. But he wasn't that type of people. This guy actually was Turkish, but I didn't know that because I didn't come up to him. I was like, my dad was walking ahead of me, and I think you were with him, and I was behind with my mum and my sister, and we're like 5 to 10 meters
we
behind
weren't
him.
even that far. It was just
We weren't that far. But I
couple
saw
meters.
him, I sort of saw him from the back coming up to my dad, and he's like, I couldn't really hear what he was saying, but I can tell he was asking him for money and like trying to sell him something, and my dad's telling him no, because like, just honestly, we just wanted to piss off. We wanted to get to our Uber to go to the airport. And this guy was insistent, bro. This guy was like, all I could see was him budging into my dad. Even though he probably wasn't, he didn't mean it, but I can see him budging into my dad. And brother, I saw that. I'm like, brother, hang on a second. I'm gonna start fucking throwing hands. I went fucking Mike Tyson.
He went
mate,
Moe
bro.
from the area on his ass.
I went Moe from the area. I went fully sick. Cuz, what the fuck are you doing, brother?
Yeah, but listen. You
Alright.
want to hear?
I went up to this guy, and then I tapped him on the shoulder. And then he turned around, and the first thing that came to my mind, for some reason, was fuck off.
Yeah, he's.
I just looked at him, and he looked at me, and then I'm like, fuck off.
And you know what's crazy?
What?
Probably 1% of one person from everyone we saw knew English, and that guy knew English.
That's another thing.
That guy
No,
understood it.
I haven't got to that yet. I said fuck off, and I thought, bro, hang on a second. This guy probably won't understand what that means, because every time we were in a restaurant, bro, it was fucking missions. I had to be Shakespeare himself.
Oh, and
to
they don't
explain
understand
English.
Arabic. They don't understand
They
Arabic.
don't even understand Arabic. So we're sitting there, and we're like,
It's hard to
we're
communicate.
using Google Translate, and we're like, one shisha. That's not that hard.
Bro, some of them you'd point at it, and they wouldn't understand.
You point at it and they still don't understand sometimes. Look, shout out to the Turks. I love you guys. But sometimes you guys are hot-headed, man. They're very hot-headed.
Yeah, they're
So
not
this
hot.
guy-
What's that word?
This guy, you know what? This guy sort of looked at me, and then after I told him fuck off, he looked at me and he's like, you tell me fuck off? Or like dad sort of, like dad was holding him back.
Yeah,
That-
listen. The fuckery of the situation was he was the guy that was invading. Well, it wasn't. He was like budging into him, forcing him to sell something.
He was budging into him because I felt that physical force.
It
and I'm
wasn't
like,
a big budge.
Hang
It
on
was
a
more
second,
like a-
brother. You just went into the fucking wrong territory. I was gonna turn into like Mike Tyson in his prime, you know, start throwing hands.
You'll
But
do
little did I
fucking
know.
Norton.
Little did I know. All right, little did I know. This guy was Turkish, so he understood. For some reason, he understood the words "fuck off," but never understood what "hello" means. How does that work? They understand two words.
And Dad
Fuck
was the
off.
one that was holding him back. Dad was
Dad was the one that was holding him back. And no, the funny thing is, he looked at me after he said, fuck off. And then my dad's like, hey, what did you say? Like even my dad was shocked that I said that because for some, I don't know
My
what
dad
made
went
me
off
say
at
that.
him instead of going.
For some reason, I don't know why I said that. But then the guy looked at me and goes, and then dad was trying to calm him down. He's like, he say fuck off. And then I'm just looking at him like, fuck, this guy understands. I'm like, what do I do now? And then he looks at me and he's like, for some reason, he went like this, which means if I whistle, like he done that action, 30.
No, this is exactly what he done. I'll show you guys. This is exactly. He went.
Meaning,
I
as
don't know
in-
what the fuck that
I don't know
means.
what that means, but all I understood was that 30 Turkish guys are gonna surround yous and fucking eat yous alive. That's all I knew because
they
the
don't
way
give
he
a
whistled
fuck.
and he's like that. So he's like, everybody Turkish,
Oh, and we flipped it at this guy. We're like, it's the last fucking day.
everybody Turkish.
Let
That's what he
us
said.
leave in peace.
He goes, everybody Turkish, meaning all the Turkish people were gonna surround me and fucking kill me.
Bro, the whole trip was amazing. The
whole trip was amazing.
We didn't run into any problems.
I'm telling you, it was literally 40 minutes before we had to board our flight. Not
Yeah,
not-
and you
not 40 minutes,
fucking,
we had
you
to-
almost got us killed.
But literally, we were walking to the Uber. So then this guy fucked off, and then for some reason, my dad and my mum and everyone was like, and including me, we were paranoid. We're like, fuck, now we're walking to this Uber. We're like, the Uber was still far. The Uber was still a good 10-minute, 15-minute walk from where we were. So we had to walk 10 to 15 minutes, and this guy just fucked off. He didn't say anything. Like, I didn't apologize or anything. He just fucked off. So I'm like, fuck. Now we could be in trouble.
Yeah.
We could be in trouble because this guy could actually surround us and fucking kill us.
Speaking of Turkey, your TikTok, that's around the time when you kind of started.
No, well, the thing is, all right, I'm going to get into my TikTok. So,
Might
TikTok
as well
for
get
me
into it
was
now.
like Lebanon. All right. Lebanon, when we got there, we would like, you couldn't really go out much in Lebanon. Let's face it, because it was
all roads were blocked.
all the roads were blocked. People were fucking torching. Like, I remember we were in the car with my uncle, with my auntie's
that was
husband,
crazy, yeah.
and we were coming back from a restaurant, and this was peak like protest.
Yeah.
So we were coming back from a restaurant, and there's like only like 3-4 roads to get to back to our house, and we're driving back from this restaurant, and every time we go to a freaking intersection or a road to get onto a main road, bro, these people just come out of nowhere. They come out of nowhere with tires, fire.
Yeah,
they just throw it on the
They light
road.
shit on fire and just
They light shit on fire and they start banging them. It's like the fucking riots, bro.
Yeah.
It's
And
like
you know, if you've been to Lebanon, it can get pretty crazy, but I've never seen it like that.
I've never seen it like that.
I've
in my
been during
entire life.
wartime. I've been
In
during
my entire life.
2006 when it
We've
was
been,
war.
yeah, we went in 2006 where literally we were eating ice cream once. And remember that when we were eating ice cream?
Oh, yeah.
And the guy, bro, we were eating ice cream and there was a mountain that wasn't far from us. Like, I would say it's pretty far, but we can see it. Like, we can see it. It's like, let's just say it's 4 kilometers away.
Yeah.
3 to 4 kilometers away, but you can see it. It's right there. We're eating ice cream and then all of a sudden, bro, it's bombing. It's getting
Yeah,
bombed.
it was the
and we're sitting there, we're
explosion.
eating ice cream, and then we're like, fuck, we got up. We're like, what do we do? And then the guy's like, oh, relax. Like in Arabic, he's like, oh, relax. It's normal. Sit down. Finish your ice cream. We're like, brother, you want us to finish our ice cream
That's normal, bro.
while there's fucking nuclear weapons happening, nuclear bombs happening on a mountain that we can possibly, we could see. We could
Yeah,
see it.
yeah.
It's right in front of us.
It was crazy.
You don't want that. But yeah, anyway, back to what we're talking about. When we got to Lebanon, yeah, it was just different. And there was this kid always that we see on the news. Look, he wasn't like, at first we didn't know he was a kid because they're like this guy called Abu Labad. They're like, Abu Labad, he runs the protest, Abu Labad. They were glorifying this Abu Labad, like this freaking, I thought this guy was a genius. This guy was a wise man. You know, I was expecting some old guy that has wisdom and sitting there running the protest. And they're like, Abu Labad, man. All they talk about is this Abu
Abu
Labad.
Labad, bro. He's
So I'm like, all right, fuck, I want to see
no
this Abu
slouch.
Labad. So they put it on the news and they're like, Leiku Abu Labad. And I'm looking, I'm like, where is he? They're pointing Leiku. That's him. I'm like, what? Bro, the guy's 10 years old. The guy is 10. Maximum 10. Wallah, when I was 10 years old, I was fucking watching Dora the Explorer. Yes, I did watch Dora. I'm going to admit it. I watched Dora. I
you
watched The Wiggles.
motherfucker. You watched Dora.
Well, maybe not at 10 years old, but...
No,
fuck
but like 10 years old for them is probably not that bad. 10
Yeah.
years old is like probably
I feel,
18.
I feel like 10 years old for them is literally 18 for us. Literally,
Because-
the legal age for Lebanon is 10. It's 10.
Bro, you can drive a moped. I see 10-year-olds
Bro,
driving
what do you
a
mean
moped.
driving a moped? I see them at 6 years old driving a freaking ute.
Yeah.
I saw a 6-year-old driving a Range Rover. A Range Rover. He would have been 6 or 7. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I don't know how even he reaches the pedals.
It's pretty crazy.
He probably has like a AK-47. He uses
Hey,
the
but
AK-47
shout out to the Lebanese
to get
people,
to the
bro.
Yeah, shout out, man. I hope everything's getting better in Lebanon. To be
Yeah.
honest, like I miss that place. Look, Lebanon is different because Lebanon, it's different to Sydney because Lebanon is very alive as well. It's not alive like Turkey sense, but alive as in people are just on the go.
Yeah.
You feel like they don't work there, right? Well, they do work, but they don't have that much stress on work. For us, it's all about work. Life is all about, you know, clocking in, clocking out, 9 to 5, you know, and just going home and doing fuck all. And just honestly,
Yeah.
which is what I do. I'm not going to lie. That's what I do. Going home, getting on your phone and doing fuck all. That's what I do. And honestly, it shouldn't be about that. Life shouldn't be like that. Life should be about enjoying yourself because honestly, moments don't come back. Once
Yeah.
a moment is gone, it's gone. You'll
That's
never get it
It's
back.
gone.
And that's what I feel like Lebanon is. They live from paycheck to paycheck, and that's not a bad thing because they live in the moment. They
live in
live
the
like
moment.
they have like they get paid and they just enjoy that money. Not like us, we get paid and we're like, straight to the
Yeah,
mortgage,
it's different. It's
straight to the rent,
yeah, it's like
straight to fucking finance,
it's crazy.
straight to the. We don't do that. in Lebanon, they just live paycheck to paycheck. And I know it doesn't sound like it's, they're very rich, but they're not materialistic people. I swear to God, they get happy from anything. Like, honestly, they get a Lebanese cocktail. They're fucking over the moon.
Or at least where we were staying.
Where we were staying. I'm not saying...
You obviously have the
Lebanon,
rich places.
Obviously, yeah, you have rich places and
it's like two different... When
and
you
the
go
ghetto,
to the
you have
rich
the ghetto
place,
every place
yeah,
you go.
when you go to the rich place, it's like a different country. It's like different
completely,
altogether.
completely.
Yeah. And people that have been there, they know,
They know that there's the very rich and there's the elite. And there's the very
you
poor.
want to tell them the story about downtown? When we went downtown?
Downtown. Hood, baby.
There's a place in Lebanon they call downtown.
Yeah.
And we're... I wouldn't say we're rich, but we're like... we're... What, middle class?
Middle class. We're middle class.
Yeah. And we were in that area, and we're used to the side of Lebanon that's like, the average people,
Yeah.
very welcoming, no, they don't judge. They'll invite you to your house, a random person. But in that kind of area, I remember we had our phones. One of us, we had our phones, and it was like Samsung or something.
Yeah. No, we were eating cocktails.
Yeah.
We were having cocktails at this. It was like a richer area. All right, I'm not going to mention the area, but it was a richer area. We're having cocktails, and it was me, Moses. It was my uncle and my other uncle and my auntie's husband, and just a few blokes. Just having cocktails. We're sitting there, and what happened? He took out his phone and put it on the table, and his phone was like, those drug dealer spec phones. The fucking the old,
Nokia.
the run phones, basically the Nokias. Yeah, it was one of those phones. And then he put it on the table. Yeah, untraceable. Fuck, he's red hot. Low key. But yeah, he put his phone on the table as we were waiting for these cocktails. What happened?
The lady's like, what's that?
Yeah.
What's that phone? What is that?
She sort of judged. And she said it in like the most poshiest tone.
I was like, fuck, I'm not used to this. I was like...
What is that? Like, you know how they talk when they talk English?
Bro, it's
what
like different... From a different country completely. Like
I know. The way she was speaking, she looked at us like we were peasants, bro. Literally peasants. Like people that are just fucking, like
what
living.
phone's that? It was like that, but in Arabic.
What's that? Shuhad. And then he's like, telephone. And then she just like judged. Like the way she just looked like, what the fuck? Like, why are you judging? It's a phone. It does the job.
Yeah, I know.
That's just a
crazy.
sad mentality to have. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. TikTok. How we got into TikTok. So TikTok, we first got exposure to TikTok basically in Lebanon. I never knew about TikTok at all until I went to Lebanon. And Lebanon was where we first got exposed to it. And you know how their memes are and all their like humor.
What?
Their humor in Lebanon is so different.
They're always delayed as well. Their trends.
They're so delayed.
They're late to the trends,
They're
always.
so delayed.
But you know what?
What?
On that trend, they were early. They were actually earlier than
They
us.
weren't early. We were just delayed. I feel like
Earlier than us. Maybe not other countries, but to
No,
us.
even Australia, there was people that had TikTok. Like sometimes when I scroll back.
No,
and
but
scroll
even
back,
they had it early. They were.
They
like,
did have it early,
Yeah.
but at the
They were
same time,
using it.
we had it early as well, but we never knew about it. Like we're not used to like different social medias. We're just used to Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever it
Yeah.
is. But yeah,
I feel like changing social media is a big step. Like it's not something you just do.
oh, 100%, 100%. And this social media, I feel like it's just gonna get
It's like changing cars.
yeah, 100%. Social media is
Yeah.
changing. Social media is becoming the new fucking hobby for everyone. It's just like I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Look, I'm
We'll
sort
get
of,
into that later.
I'm sort of mixed. Anyway, so we got exposure to that TikTok and they were watching like the weirdest videos. It's like they're talking Arabic, right? They're talking Arabic and they're just like putting songs and stuff that we don't really understand.
Yeah.
Like I do understand Arabic, but sometimes I don't understand the jokes.
Yeah.
I can
same,
get away
like-
with speaking Arabic and listening to it and
Yeah.
reading it because I went to a school that teaches Arabic. But I'll never, I don't understand the jokes sometimes. Like they'll say like, the wart al-mukayyaf, as in like turning on the air condition. That's literally what it translates to, turning on the air condition. How is that fucking funny?
No, but that's that specific, like, people, some have an inside joke.
Look, it's an inside joke, but I'm not going to get into it.
It's kind of
But-
a sexual joke, I think. I still don't know. Is it a sexual joke?
I don't
You
know. I still don't know. Tell me. If you know what it means, drop it in the comments and tell us what it
Did
means.
you turn on the aircon?
Did you turn on the aircon? No, anyway, but yeah, Lebanon, they had different jokes, and I was like, I downloaded the app because I was bored because we couldn't really go out because we were, in the midst of protests and in the midst of like, you remember, like, have you guys watched the Simpsons movie when like, you remember when they're all freaking protesting for some reason
Yeah.
against that, when they dropped the dome on them and stuff?
Yeah.
It was similar to that because
That's
we
the
were
movie,
lighting
the Simpsons
fires,
movie,
they were
yeah.
lighting fires and shit like that. But yeah. So that all was happening. So we just had to stay indoors and pretty much watch TikTok with our 10-year-old cousins. And we're sitting there watching TikTok, and I'm like, what the fuck is this app? I'm sitting there and I'm scrolling, and I'm like, this is straight up fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
This lowers your IQ.
Yeah,
And
at the
I'm just
start
like-
it was mostly like dancing. It wasn't
It was
really
all dancing.
like
It was all-
musically.
It was all like
I don't know if you heard of it.
Charlie D'Amelio. You know Charlie? If you know who Charlie D'Amelio is, I'm a savage.
That's
Classic
$100,000 right
ratchet.
there.
That's $100,000 right there. Imagine I would get $100,000
Bro, I will
every
dance.
single time I fucking just do this. All right, I'm doing that.
Would you dance?
$100,000, brother. I will fucking. I have dignity, so I'm not gonna say it. But I will do dumb shit for $100,000. All right, and just to dance like that, brother. Give me the money. Put your money where your mouth is.
I don't even know if it's 100.
I'm a
But I just said
savage.
that. But I know she's
Bro,
fucking
it is
rich.
$100,000. They get monetized.
No, but she's got 100 million over 100 million on
100 million
TikTok.
followers, and all she does is this shit.
Yeah, and on YouTube she's got
I'm
already like
savage.
fucking. She's got.
Classic.
You know what? Let me check now. She's got heaps on YouTube
Yeah,
as well.
but anyway, yeah, that's all it was. That's all TikTok was at the end of 2019, early 2020, whatever it was. That's all TikTok was. It was just dancing and dancing and dancing. And I'm like, fuck this app shit. You know what it reminds me? It reminded me of Musically, which you know, my little sister used to use, but she's older now, so she doesn't use it. But she used to use it a lot, and I was like, "What the fuck is this app? This app is for 12-years," and that's what TikTok was at the start. It was just for 12-year-olds.
Bro,
It was
she's got-
simply for 12-year-olds or creeps or weirdos
Bro,
that
she's
want to
got
watch 12-year-olds.
she's got almost 10 million subscribers on YouTube.
Wow. And that's just on YouTube. We haven't even mentioned her TikTok followers.
You know what?
She hit 100 million.
I respect that
But-
shit. That's.
But anyway, so yeah, it was all that dancing shit, and I'm like, fuck this app. I'm like, I deleted it. I actually deleted. I had it for 3 days, and I deleted it. I got sick of it.
Yeah.
It was all the same shitty songs, the same shitty dance moves, and the same shitty Arab memes that I'd never fucking understood. So anyway, I deleted it. Come back to Australia. All right, we come back to Australia. This is about January, February.
Mm-hmm.
This is when some sad shit happened. So obviously Kobe passed away at the start of 2020, which was a shock to all of us. You know, that one really shocked me. I remember waking up and you know what? I'm not a big basketball fan. I'm not going to lie here and say I watch basketball. I did watch one season like a few years ago when it was Golden State and the Cavs.
I
the
don't
finals.
understand what's happening when I watch.
You don't know shit about
I don't know shit about basketball. I don't know shit.
But yeah, anyway, that's the thing. You don't know shit about basketball, and I don't know shit about basketball. But I have mates and stuff that know about basketball, and they understood it better than me. But even then, when I woke up and I saw that Kobe died, and I saw that it was a helicopter crash and stuff, I was actually devastated. I was full depressed
Yeah,
for like a good week, and
he
more.
was known as a good.
He was
guy.
just known as a good guy.
You never heard anything
You
bad.
never heard anyone.
Like celebrities and famous people. You hear,
Yeah, like there's some, there's some celebrities that you just know even if you don't know the sport. For example, golf, Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Tennis, Roger
Serena
Federer.
Williams, Roger Federer.
Serena Williams, like all these people,
Boxing, like Muhammad Ali.
Boxing, Muhammad
Floyd
Ali,
Mayweather.
you got your Ryan Garcia now and stuff. But anyway, so we're watching, we watch all this stuff unravel, and then COVID. We never heard about this COVID, and that happened. So we were locked in the house. We were bored in the house, and we're in the house
Bored
bored.
in the house and
Remember that
I'm
song? Bored in the house, and I'm in the house bored.
OG's
Bored
know
in the
that
house, and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the. Anyway, so we were listening to that shit. So I decided to re-download TikTok. All right. Just before that, let me get into a story about running. I'm gonna say it now. Running got me into TikTok, and you guys are probably gonna think, "What the fuck is wrong with this guy? How does that make sense?
Yeah.
How does running
got you into TikTok?
And I'm not talking about that running, the running that us Lebos, some of us
not
do.
that type of running.
Not that type of running. So
Actual running.
hide the bags there, fucking Moe.
actual
that's
running.
not sort of because we do run like we do other
Like
running,
running.
guys. We don't just run
Running.
the fucking bags, all right? We run in physical running. So, the place I was working at, a lot of these people had this app called Strava, all right? If you don't have the app called Strava, fucking download it if you're into running and stuff like that. Because Strava is like a Facebook, but for, I wouldn't say athletes, but for people that exercise. It's like a Facebook for people that exercise, because what you can do, you can go on there and basically log your run or log your swimming or log whatever you want to do, and it'll show you your pace, your time, and your distance. So a lot of people at my office, mind you, when I came back from Lebanon, I was way heavier than I am now. I was about 12 kilos heavier. Believe it or
I
not.
was heavy as fuck as well.
This guy was heavy. Did you start?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. We had some technical difficulties. Obviously, first podcast. I don't know why the video cut out. But anyway, we're continuing now. So as I was saying, we had a lot of argili, and then I went back, and they invited me to this run club on a Wednesday at work. So I'm like, all right, let me join this run club. I went on this run. I'm telling you, the two of them were like in their 50s.
Yeah.
Or not in their 50s, but over 40. And then one of them was around my age. But these guys were Aussies and they were running, man. They were running. I'm telling you, they were athletes, bro.
Yeah.
They probably weren't athletes, but I was like 500 meters in, I'm gone. I'm dying. I'm like, and one of the guys, the oldest guy, who's probably around 50, he looks at me and he goes, "How you going, Mick? How's the Excel spreadsheets going?" And I'm sitting there dying and I'm like, "It's going good." You know, I barely replied to him, and then he looked at me and he's like, "Fuck, this guy's probably having an asthma attack," even though I don't have asthma. But yeah, 500 meters in, I'm like, "Guys, I can't do it. I admit it. I walked the plank. I left with my dignity. I'm like, guys, I can't do it. I went home and I said, something has to change. So what happened? I started running. I got into running. You know, it became a hobby of mine. And for some reason, I always thought I'd be judged if I run in the area. You know the main road at fucking Bass Hill?
Yeah.
Near Bass Hill Plaza? That's where I'd run. You know, and I always thought I'd get judged. For some reason, I don't know, it's such an Arab mentality. Like, people are going to look at you, look at this guy.
Everyone that's watching this is probably going to go to that Humai now.
Nah, this doesn't matter. I'm not that fucking
Is he running?
famous. Is he running? No,
Yeah, but even if it was like 10 people from there.
No, but the thing is, I thought a lot of people would judge me if I run. That's what I thought. I was so self-conscious. I was like, if I run, people are going to see me. People I know that, you know, are going to look at me and say, what a head, you know, he's running. But even though I'm doing something good, but I always thought I was too self-conscious. And that's what stopped me from doing a lot of things.
Yeah.
And that's how I'm going to get into TikTok. TikTok started because I started running. And when I started running, I sort of lost that giving a fuck what people care, like giving a fuck what people think. And once I stopped giving a fuck what people think, that's when I decided, that's it, I'm free. Like I can do whatever the fuck I want. And that's when I put my pride aside and I'm like, you know what? I had TikTok for a month and I'm like, let me just post a video. And mind you, this wasn't an amazing video. It was just a video of my dad literally throwing a slipper at me, like a typical Arab dad. He threw it at me because I went out and I'm like, Dad, do you like my tracksuit? And the tracksuit was so tight. It was basically, he thought it was my sister's tracksuit. It was from Lebanon. It was from Lebanon. In Lebanon, I'm telling you, they don't have proper sizes. They don't
at all.
Me, bro, I'm not even that big, even at the time. And it was like 5XL. Brother, who the fuck is 5XL even here?
Brother, have you seen my size? Fucking,
if you
think you struggled, fucking, it was fucking.
You didn't even have a size. But anyway, yeah. So that was the first TikTok. We put that up there and it fucking went viral. It went crazy.
Exploded, yeah.
And that was like one of my first videos. And I'm like, shit, I can do something with this. So after that, we started uploading other content. But then I stopped. I stopped for 3 months. 3 months straight, I didn't upload TikTok from about May to about May, June, July, August. So a bit to about August, I stopped uploading because I just, I don't know. I got busy at work. I got busy with other things, other commitments. But yeah, I got busy with other things. So I was like, stuff it. But then I sort of became a bit more free. And then in about September, for some reason, I'm like, you know what? Let me upload a video. I uploaded the video. If you guys have seen it, true OGs, the video of the YD. The before I'm trying to fuck you, baby.
That song was popping.
The guy of color. The guy of color who was dancing. Yeah. That guy, everyone was using him as a meme. And I decided the girls, you know, the people that work at YD, for some reason, no disrespect or no offense to anyone that works at YD, do your thing, you know. But why are they so flirty? And look, I know
they're always like,
it's because we want commission.
Oh, darling, you look good in that suit jacket.
Bro, you could look like fucking. You can look like a straight dog mutt. All right, you can look like a straight dog mutt, and they'll tell you you look like Leo DiCaprio. Honestly, you look like the sexiest man alive.
Bro, I was getting my formal suit from there, and I was like, I was just like, okay, you choose it.
Yeah, and they're so flirty. They're like, oh my god, Han, with their fucking.
And
nails.
I was like, fucking.
They click the nails like.
I was young, and I was like,
that. You hear when they're doing the checkout. That's all you hear. They click their nails on the freaking thing, and it's so loud. Yeah. And they're like chewing gum. And they're all typical. Look, I'm not trying to stereotype.
Oh my God, you look so good in that.
Yeah, and I was like, they make you feel like the sexiest man alive. I'm like, fuck, I'm ready to fucking take my shirt off and turn into Dwayne
They give you a hype. I got to say that.
I was like, brother, I'm going to start posing and fucking join the sexiest man alive, be on the cover of fucking, you know, what's that magazine that everyone's on? Fucking that cover.
Fucking Vogue.
Vogue, be on the cover of Vogue. Me flexing like Ziz. Chest bra.
Anyway,
I put that TikTok.
Going, yeah.
I put that TikTok, and you know everything just exploded from there. And then obviously my newest skits and things are me, which I'm doing on my YouTube as well, is of me doing Lebas and Aussies, which is basically me and this guy. We do it because it's no exaggeration. It's literally what we've experienced our whole life. None of my videos are exaggeration. I'm telling you,
It's not.
all my
It's not
videos-
exaggeration at all.
Literally, they all happen.
It just happens.
Stuff has happened in front of us. So
Yeah.
that's basically where my
It
content
just
is right
happens
now.
on a day-to-day basis, and
day to
then-
day.
Yeah.
And I know you're itching to ask me a question. So
I got a question for you.
all right.
Let's address the big elephant in the room. I'm not talking about myself.
I was just about to say I'll address him. He's
yeah,
right in
I'll
front
read
of me.
your mind on that.
No,
one.
I'm fucking joking.
Anyway.
All right, don't fucking cancel me. All right.
Anyway, let's address the elephant in the room.
Cancel me, all right.
Let's.
What's the
address
elephant in the room?
The $1 million question.
The $1 million question.
Why are you copying Superwog?
You know what? You heard that sigh.
You like that?
If I got $1 for every time I was told Superwog off Wish, you're copying Superwog. If we had Superwog at home, the BMU version, which is BMU, it's a Lebanese food that no one likes, but I'm the
Everything.
BMU version of Superwog. I've heard it all, mate. I've fucking heard it all. All right? Listen, I'm going to say this once and for all.
Oh, don't scream too loud into the mic.
Superwog, I'm fucking calling you out. If you're watching this right now, brother, pay-per-view, 3 rounds, 12-ounce gloves. Peep the form. Peep the form, brother.
Nah.
Superwog.
We can't call out Superwog.
Brother,
He's the OG.
come down to the area. I know you're watching this because you got nothing better to do. You're not fucking making videos.
Alright,
Let's just say he's got fucking 10 times more better things to do. But look, I'm not copying Superwog. Let me just address it. In all seriousness, Superwog is a guy that does wogs. All right. Wogs. What can wog? What is the definition of a wog?
A wog is a person to me, it's a person that's not white.
Not
So
white. You know,
That's,
not brown, not black. But a wog is a person that could be Italian, Greek,
Yeah, and he's Greek. I'm pretty
Spanish.
sure he's Greek. Yeah.
There's so many different types of wogs. All right, and I'm pretty sure he's Greek as well, so he doesn't even speak Arabic in his skits.
I've never heard him say
I've never heard him say an Arabic word in my life. And what I'm going to say is, my videos are Lebos, all right?
Yeah.
They might be similar, but they're different as well. Even to the extent where when I make my videos, I actually make sure that none of my skits, if you can find me one scene from any of my skits where it's similar to Superwog, I'll tell you I'm copying Superwog.
I'll delete your channel.
But I'm just I'll delete my channel and I'm addressing it here and there, here and here. I'm not copying Superwog and I am the new generation of Superwog, all right? I'm not bagging Superwog and I'm not saying Superwog is fucking shit. Superwog is the OG of this shit. He started all this. I reckon he's probably one of the best Aussie YouTubers ever.
Yeah,
Ever.
like fucking come on the podcast. If anyone ever tells you, let's say someone tells you that's watching this,
He's not fucking coming on our
no, I'd love.
He's not coming on our podcast.
Bro, I'll give you my spot. Take the fucking mic. Take the
Listen,
floor. I'm fucking joking.
Superwog is the OG, bro. I remember in year 7 sitting there and watching Superwog.
Yeah, he's the OG,
During
bro.
class, bro.
He's the
Like,
goat.
What a head! Is there anything better and more iconic than what a head? The guard is 599 Uno. All right, he's got
Yeah,
so
he's
many
got
great
so many
sayings,
great
bro.
sayings, yeah,
Or
yeah, he does.
iconic sayings that people still put up on TikTok, people put up on Facebook, people put up on all the social medias, Instagram. I still see his videos being put up until now. All right, and that shows how great and amazing how much of an impact Superwog has had. You know, and in terms of like that satire comedy, a lot of people do it. It's not just Superwog, you know. And why is Superwog the benchmark? Oh, well, he probably is the benchmark.
Yeah.
But Superwog is the one that started it and he's the pioneer, all right?
And can I say something? Why can't you just watch the video and just take it as it is? Like, just enjoy the
That's
video.
what I don't understand. People that make shit comments. Look, I'm not against opinions. I'm not against true criticism because
Constructive-
I love criticism.
Yeah. We
I love
invite it.
constructive
We invite it.
criticism.
Constructive
We invite it,
criticism.
all right? Sometimes I even criticize myself. Like, I look at a video and I'm like, you know what, Moses? It wasn't our best. It was...
Yeah, me too.
shit.
I'll tell it straight to you. I'll say this video.
Yeah,
was pretty shit.
and we say it. We admit it. We're not narcissists. We're not sit there and saying we're perfect. All of our videos are the best. Superwog shit. No, he's not shit. All right, fuck. You're gonna clip that now and fucking clickbait me.
Clip that, guys, and send it to Superwog right now.
Nah, Superwog shit. Nah. But anyway, yeah. So like, we're not trying to be better than Superwog. We're not even trying to be Superwog. We're just doing our own thing, man. Just enjoy the videos. If you don't enjoy it, don't watch it. Simple as that.
Yeah, like-
look, for example, for me. I don't eat chili. I'm not good with spicy foods. Call me a bitch. Call me whatever you want. But I don't like spicy foods. I don't eat it.
Yeah.
Same with videos. You don't like it? Don't watch it.
No, and like it's getting so repetitive. The Superwog from Wish.
It's
like,
dying out.
does it even bother? It doesn't
Find
bother
a new
me.
joke, guys.
It doesn't bother
Find
me.
a new roast.
It literally doesn't. I'm just look at it.
It doesn't bother me at all because I'm like, I've seen it. I've seen it all, bro.
Yeah.
All right. And anyway, we've spoken a lot on this podcast. And what I just want to say before, we've probably been on for a while, but it doesn't feel like that long. If anyone's even still watching, I fucking love you. Honestly, if anyone's still watching now, how I know if you're still watching, put a comment saying you owe me a kebab, because I do owe you a kebab if you're still watching. I fucking love you right now. If you're watching this and you're still watching and still tuned in, besides my family,
Yeah, and all the
besides my dad watching it for the 50th time,
all the OG guys like keeping up.
all
with
the OG
TikToks.
guys, I fucking love you guys, and I owe you a kebab. Put in the comment, I owe you a kebab. Drop the addy. Actually, don't drop the addy. It's kind of weird. But
and you know what?
DM me, do whatever you want. Just say I owe you a kebab, and I'll know that you watched it till now, because I'm
should we
curious.
do? Should we do? They send questions to the Q&A thing. You got
Yeah,
on TikTok?
honestly, guys, I have a Q&A on TikTok. I'll plug my TikTok in the comments and in the caption and everything. Go send me a question on my TikTok, or just put me a question on the comments, and we'll address those questions in the next podcast. That's what I think. And you know what? The plan with this podcast, honestly, we're just starting out. We want to be the best podcast in the area. We're already the best podcast.
And we want to get a shit ton of people from.
We
the
want to
area.
get a shit ton of guests. All right.
Anyone, TikTok, big or small from
Bro.
the area.
I want to get Abu Lel on this podcast. All right. I want to get someone like Abu Lel, someone controversial, someone like known. All right.
Yeah.
I want him to come with his six vocabulary, six English.
I'll put him at
6
Gilly
words
right
of
here.
English.
I'll make him a pineapple fresh head just for him.
I'll make him a fucking pineapple fresh. Bro, the guy has 6 words of English that he only knows, but I'd still fucking love that podcast.
Yeah.
Why are you jealous? Go get it.
Oh, you know who else I'd want to get? Like someone like, for example, let's say Lebo memes. But
Lebo memes.
not show his face, obviously.
Not show his face, obviously.
But
You know,
I
people
really
like
wanna
that.
talk to that
Honestly,
guy.
like guys like that, people that run the meme pages, man, I love you guys. I fucking love you.
I
guys.
really want to talk to those people like that.
Yeah.
I'm really
and
interested.
look, not only that, we don't have to get people that have clout as well. It could be anyone, man. If you want to
Yeah,
be on
like-
the podcast, just let us know. I want to speak to you guys. I want to speak to people from the area. I want
100%.
this podcast to be everyone just expressing, you know, talking about relatable shit, talking about whatever the fuck we want. And
And you know what? We might not get the most views on this, but
nah, man,
it's just
this
to
is a
enjoy
fuck
it.
around.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna do the skits. Like, I'm not stopping the
Yeah.
skits. This is just literally a fuck around for you guys, if you even care, to see our true personalities. You know what I mean? So I feel like this podcast has been good, and if you guys subscribe to our podcast, like, comment, let us know what you think. Honestly, give us some criticism, give us some good feedback, and we'll just go from there. And look, this podcast, I'm thinking every Thursday.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want to commit, but every Thursday sounds good.
Just
and then
have
we'll
it's
just keep
like
doing
having
our
a
skits.
sit. I fucking love this. It's like sitting down and talking, just like
Honestly,
but
I'd love to get
being
a lot of
recorded.
people on this podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, like just every Thursday, and then we can do the skits on Sunday,
I'd love to have a
and
third
just
guest.
keep going where we're going. And
Third
that's our
guest
plan
too.
with like YouTube. YouTube for now, guys, thank you so much. I honestly, when I started, I never thought 2 months ago I had 0 subscribers.
Yeah.
What do we have now? We're at like
I
2,100.
I'm still on like it's still like crazy to me when I go see your page and I see like 50 something thousand followers. I'm like, fuck.
It's just
Fucking,
weird.
I live with this guy. Like, he's a fucking average guy. Like, why
Nah,
the
but
fuck
don't-
do you follow him? No, I'm joking.
Yeah, I'm fucking weird. I'm the
Anyway.
weirdest cunt. I'm just a random Mahmoud from the area.
But yeah,
Alright.
these are all. I love you guys anyway.
I love you guys so much, and honestly, this is the beginning of a new fucking journey. Hopefully, we stick with this. But yeah, we win it all out. We have, as you can see, we got podcast equipment and everything. But yeah, this podcast is, this
and
is the
let
first
us
one.
know in what we're saying. We'll continue.
This is our first podcast. It wasn't too long, but we just want to see where the sweet spot is. Let us know. You want it longer? You want it shorter?
Yeah,
What do you want us to
exactly.
talk
That's what
about?
I
Give us
was gonna say.
topics. Who you want to see on the podcast? Even let us know who you want to see on the podcast. We'll get him in there. Unless it's
100%.
fucking Kevin Hart. It's going to be a probably tough one.
It's gonna
But
be a
we'll get
hard
him in
one.
here. We'll try, all right? So it's been fun, all right?
All right.
Like and subscribe.
Thanks, guys. Like and subscribe. And
Yeah.
peace.
Take it easy.